Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Owen's Treats. For today's episode, we're gonna finally do our Valentine's Day themed episode. We're gonna be making Muddy Buddies, um, which is such a childhood classic, childhood favorite. And we're gonna put in Valentine's Day themed M&Ms into it as well. Super simple, super easy, but also really delicious, and on brand for Valentine's Day. So with that, let's get into our ingredients and our first steps of making our Muddy Buddies. So to make our Muddy Buddies, we have our ingredients here. So I have 4 to 5 cups of Rice Chex cereal. Then I have a half a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Then I have a third a cup of creamy peanut butter. Then I have 2 tablespoons of butter. And then I have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then as well as a fourth a cup of powdered sugar, and if needed. And then as well as that, I have our Valentine's Day themed M&Ms, as long as some heart-shaped sprinkles. So with that, let's get into our first step, which is going to be melting down our chocolate and our peanut butter that we're going to put onto our Chex Mix. So to start, we're going to melt down our peanut butter, our chocolate chips, and our 2 tablespoons of butter to make our chocolate mixture. And so with me, I have a microwave-safe dish, which is a measuring cup. And we're going to measure out our 2 cups of our chocolate chip. So into our dish, I'm going to put in half a cup of our chocolate chips. And then we're going to eyeball a third a cup of our peanut butter. And make sure it's the creamy kind. And we're going to put in our 2 tablespoons of butter. And then we're going to microwave this on high for about 1 minute. But I would say do 30-second increments, making sure to mix in between so we don't burn our chocolate. And then microwave for an additional 15 to 30 seconds if it's not melted all the way. So we're going to microwave our ingredients until it's completely melted and well combined. So now that our chocolate mixture is nice and melted and very smooth, now we're going to combine our Chex Rice cereal with our M&Ms and our chocolate. So I'm going to pour in 4 to 5 cups of our cereal, which is nearly the entire box. And then with that, we're also going to put in our M&Ms, and we're going to put in only around a third of a cup. Or no, we're only going to put in around a fourth of a cup of our M&Ms. And we're going to save the rest to top them with after we mix everything. So now we're going to mix in our chocolate to our Chex Mix and our M&Ms. And we're going to mix this together until everything is well coated. So now that our Chex Mix, our Rice Chex, and our M&Ms and our chocolate mixture is fully combined, we're going to move on to our next step, which is going to be coating these in our powdered sugar, and then decorating with sprinkles and more of our M&Ms. So I'm going to put this off to the side, and we're going to start on coating these in powdered sugar. So now we're going to move on to coating our Muddy Buddy mixture in with our powdered sugar. So divided between 2 plastic bags, since one will definitely not be big enough, we're going to throw in our Muddy Buddy mixture. And we're going to throw in around 1/3 a cup of powdered sugar. Since we divide the mixture in half. Around another 1/4 a cup of our M&Ms. As well as some of our heart-shaped Valentine's Day themed sprinkles. Ooh, there goes the cap. And then we're going to seal it up. And then we're going to shake it. And then we're going to open up our bag. We're going to check to see how it is. And if you still see some kind of wetter, darker spots in your Chex mix, or in your Muddy Buddy mix, you're going to add in just a tiny bit more powdered sugar. And I see some dark spots on mine, because we want to make sure there's no more chocolate, no more wet chocolate that is, showing. We want them completely covered in powdered sugar. And then we're going to keep shaking until we get it all covered in powdered sugar and there's no more kind of chocolate spots. Those wet chocolate spots. And it should look nice and kind of ghostly white like this. So now that these are done, you have a few options. You can either keep them in the plastic bag and store them in the fridge until the chocolate hardens and you can store it room temperature, or you can put in the freezer and it will last up to, I want to say, 3 weeks, 3 months, even kind of that long. Or you can serve them as it is right now. And you can top with more of your Valentine's Day themed sprinkles. So I'm going to do one more batch, and then I'm going to show you guys the final result of our Muddy Buddies. So I'm going to get to finishing that one batch. And here is our finished Muddy Buddies with decorations on top. They look fantastic. I think they're perfect for Valentine's Day. Both as a fun treat, and you can use them as a Valentine's Day gift. However, thank you guys for joining me on an episode of Owen's Treats. Happy Valentine's Day to you and yours. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.